Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we're gonna be doing AM tier list, I guess you want to call it, for season 3, split to week 1 of the OLT, or Challenger Series, whatever you want to call it. But we're gonna rank from number 10 all the way to number 1. I'm gonna put the team I'm coaching in there because we didn't play. But first things first, at number 10, we're going to put Hunting Seasons. This team consists of former pro players. I don't know if they're really going to be going hard at it or whatnot, if they're actually going to try. They just love competing and play. But they have that experience, and it's just unfortunate in the first round they had to play the team that won in the tournament, so they got first round. It is what it is. But the team consists of Crushmo, Osby, and Witchy, and they were also playing with one of the players that I'm coaching. He filled in for that team, but who knows what their fourth may be. It could definitely make this team and its ranking rise a lot higher. So it is what it is. But 3 former pros, 1 is a former champion, so you gotta give respect to that and from the past and its experience. So we're gonna put them at number 10. Number 9. This is a team called Casa de Papel. This is the team where they lost in the second round to the team that won the whole thing. I think this team's pretty solid. They were in the one of the teams that could have been in Pro League gifted, but they lost to that team that was in the Pro League. That 10th spot that we've already made a video of. If you haven't checked that out, I did my Pro League power rankings. Yeah, they were the team that could have been in that Pro League, but I guess they lost to this team. I don't know. This roster consists of Notclaw, Smokes, Sulfurs, and Danger. They've been playing together for a while now, so that's why I have them at number 9. Just unfortunate they had to play against the best team that I have ranked in here. We'll get to, unfortunately, but I'll change the power rankings as the weeks go, and we'll see if there's any new teams or whatnot, that surpassed them, or if they even deserve to be in that 9th spot. So on the 8th spot here, we have Superiority Gaming. So we're going to put that there. This roster consists of Creepy, Acid, Fidel, Falsetto, Walgs, if that's said correctly. We're going to go into the tournament here of Superiority Gaming. So they made it all the way to the quarterfinals and lost to Certified. Certified, this is a team that took a map off of Team Enemies, which we'll get into, and we'll get into the other teams as well. Don't really know what they are, but you gotta give credit when credit is due. So as you can see here, Creepy, Acid, Fidel, Falsetto, and Wolves. So don't really know much about them, but you gotta give credit when credit is due. They took a map off of a team that I have highly ranked in this power rankings. So yeah, don't know much about them. They could go down, they could go up in the rankings. Number 7, we have the Saviors. This roster consists of a champion and all former pros from whether it's Gears 5 or other Gears titles. Which the roster consists of Perfections, Yogurt, Tactics, and Birdie. This team, just knowing from the players, they They're not bad players, but they're just only going to be playing on Sundays. They were gifted, you know, a blessed bracket, but you got to give the benefit of doubt that they made it all the way to semifinals. So it's not like they're completely trash, but they did lose to some questionable players, which we'll get into right after this. But yeah, they are former pros. They have the skill to compete, even though they're probably not going to put the time in. But well deserved to be at the number 7 spot. The team that beat them at number 6 is called Supra. This team consists of Krabs, Agartha, Madboy, and Tana King. We're gonna go into the bracket here of Supra and see who they had to go up against. They went up against SDL eSports, Jippery McLeod and them. Jippery McLeod, he ranked this team very highly, so I'm gonna go on his word that team's really good. Then they beat the best girl team in the game. Then they beat Jip himself. And they beat Mingos, which is Brutalized, Kuga, Manic, and Mortals. Decently solid, LATAM team. And then they reverse swept, apparently from what I heard. The Saviors were up 2-0, and then these guys reverse swept them 3-2. So you gotta give them the benefit of the doubt. They did beat them, so it is what it is. But then they got smoked by Team Enemies, so that's why I give more weight to this side of the bracket, which we'll get into with these teams. So yeah, Supra, congratulations you guys for being number 6. But I'm a realist, and it was one-sided on the bracket. And this next team that we're gonna be putting here is T Gaming. This team at number 5. This team is Dementives, Emerade, and Bree and Anti. They just recently got picked up by T Gaming. Let's take a look at what their results were. So again, they've had one. They won their first round. Then they had to play up against a very good team in Certified, which has a former champion, in Speedy. But they took a map off them, so that's why I know this team more than Security, so that's why I ranked T Gaming over Security Gaming. But Certified is definitely this kind of a roster, has more chemistry, has a champion on it, and for them to take a map off them, you gotta give them the benefit of the doubt. And Dementives, he's a veteran. He's been playing GBs, competing since Gears 3 with that same gamer tag. So I feel like that's why I put them over Security Gaming as a ranking, and this side of the bracket I feel is a lot tougher, so I ranked them a lot higher, and that's another reason why. So moving on, we are going to rank the team called We Don't Grind. This team consists of Chippy, Purrs, Vets, and Roams. A lot of these guys are pretty good competitors. In the Gears 5 scene, they call themselves They Don't Grind, but I've seen them, they've been scrimming, so it is what it is. They lost to the team called New Blood. They took a map off them. We'll get into that team right after this. So New Blood, you got a former pro in Vino, former pro in Yachty, and Loagi, or we're just gonna call him Logan, and then Solubles. These guys, they've been competing and here and there, stop playing, coming back, and they have some good talent. So is what it is. But yeah, that's why I gave them the 4th spot, just because they lost to a really good team. And for the 3rd ranked spot, we have New Blood, which you already seen was Vino, Logan, Sullables, and Yachty. They have former pros on those teams. Guys are wager maniacs, so they do compete with the pros that are in the league now. So they're going to have some form of, better skill and talent than these other teams here. And yeah, if they stick together or whatnot, I don't know. Who knows? They last minute, picked up Sullables and Vino on this team. There was, they were trying out J Mobs. They're trying out other players, Zet, Almighties. But if this team is sticking, which, if they want to keep the points that they earned, they could only drop one player, so who knows what's going on with that team. This team has a good chance to knock out some of the pro teams in the future. But the potential is high with this roster. Number 2, we have Certified. This team consists of Exceedings, Missives, Flames, and Speedy. Speedy, don't have to have an introduction at all, really. They beat every team. First of all, we're going to go to the team-wise. They beat every team except for the team that's above them in this ranking video. They lost to Team Enemies, and they actually got a map off them. They're the only team to get a map off them, so that's good. Speedy, former professional player, former champion from Gears 4, so you gotta give him this team some high rating as well for that. But main reason they took off a map is the biggest reason. But Missives, he's multi-AM champion, still hasn't been pro. Maybe this is his time after getting through this with this team. Hopefully there's no, team changes. That's what's going to ruin this team. And it's a ranking if it makes any team changes. You've seen Exceedings before and Flames from previous AM challengers, performing very well in the slaying department. So there's that. And number 1 team is gonna move this to the number 1 spot is Team Enemies. They're definitely looking for an organization. This team definitely deserves to be at least in the pro league spot. So it's just unfortunately they've been screwed due to the situations that occurred, and I expect these guys to compete and probably outperform some of even the pro teams. This team I'm going to have at number 1 for a while. The biggest question mark here is Bodies. He's an amateur player. Rocky, Pushes, and Zoom. They've all kind of been in the pro league before. Rocky's played with Zoom before on the Oxygen roster. Pushy's played with Rocky in the past and with him on the Oxygen roster as well. They have good slaying. They have, the composure besides Bodies. He's AM. He's been grinding. This is his, chance to prove himself on a team like this. But if there's anything that will happen, Bodies could get dropped for a player that's on this new blood team, or the players that I've said that they cycled out to fill in that final spot. But I don't see this team losing to anyone anytime soon. But if that does happen, Bodies is going to get chopped in the chopping block, or whatever you want to call it. But this team in scrims also, they performed very well against some pro teams. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. They won the Challenger Series, so they definitely deserve number 1, but there's even more to it. I feel like this team could be even beyond that. Could be like the highest potential they could get to is like even higher, is 6th in the pro league of rankings. but that all depends on how bodies plays, and you know, not doing the AM type of things, and you know, I don't know, just being a professional gamer, you know. That's what it is. He's at this spot where he has a good team, no excuses. Just gotta make sure he plays proper Gears of War. And you know, this team could go all the way to at least, I think, the 6th spot of their potential in even the Pro League standings. So it is what it is. But that is my top 10 AM, you know, tier list rankings. Team that I'm coaching is not even in here, and we didn't play, so I'm not gonna put them in there. But hopefully they can get in here if we do get a chance to play. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below if you agree with these rankings, or you feel like, you know, Savior should be higher because they were top 4, or you know, Supra because they were literally in the semifinals. But I just ranked them how it is because, to be honest, the bracket was top heavy. No offense, but yeah, that's just my rankings. And yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys feel in the rankings. If you know, say in the comment section down below, like I said, Saviors at number 3 or 4 or whatnot. So hope you guys enjoy the video, and peace.